Okay, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I had no idea really what Pony Club was about. Until you're in it, you don't really know.
Basic story that my mother tells is that she needed a way to keep me, shall we say, entertained. I have a tiny bit of an addictive personality, and my drug of choice is horses.
The feeling that I found on cross country was about getting from one side to the other and going fast, and I think that worked well for me.
I see with my own eyes the development of young leaders to come out of this organization.
For me, it's a place where my knowledge and my willingness to help determines how good I am at it.
It's not so much as being first place, but also doing your best. All that matters is you and your horse and what you're doing right then.
Shavings in the back of your... No, thank you. I think all of us kind of went through a phase from like 8 to 12 where all you're thinking about is horses. You know, all your shirts have horses on them. You're always reading horse books. Like everything you do has to be about horses. It can be a little bit difficult because it's almost an obsession. So when you talk to other kids that are into like softball or baseball, you can't necessarily make the same connections with them as you do with other people in those kind of sports. I think she's about filled to the brim. Hay, buckets, wheelbarrow, muck tub, stall pick, broom, grooming kit, shells, lattice, boots, bandages, bin, backpack, rug, Anna's kits. Yeah, that should be all. When I moved from Pennsylvania to Kentucky, I didn't have a lot of friends. We found out about Pony Club through one of our neighbors, and it seemed kind of perfect for me because I was kind of one of those horse crazy girls when I was like 10. It was a way for me to meet other people that were like me, but also learn about the horses that I was riding.
Welcome to Kentucky.
I started riding horses officially when I got my first horse, Amazing Grace, when I was 17. I had a few rides on other horses, but they weren't long enough to even be called a ride. It was just like you sit on the horse, they might walk around in the field. I joined Pony Club 4 years ago. I had just aged out of 4-H, and I was president of my 4-H club, and also my sister was the vice president. And when I aged out, I felt pretty bummed out because I was like, you know, we're just getting started. My name is Emily Harris, and I'm 23 years old, and I'm from Lynchburg, Virginia.
My name is Julie Maxim, and I'm 17 years old.
We appreciate it.
Yay! Barn 27, 28.
Today we're setting up our tack and feed stall for our team at Pony Club Championships. And we're also setting up some of my teammates' stalls before their horses come in so that their horses don't have to wait on the trailer. We're also going to go through some of the equipment and set up the tack stall and feed stall as a team so that we can plan out the rest of our week accordingly, and everything is going to be organized and ready to go by the time rally starts.
You have to take your own initiative, you have to be a self-starter, but you also have to be like a sponge for knowledge.
Come on, girlie. Come on down. Okay.
The whole curriculum is based on teaching you not only how to ride, but how to take care of your horse. And also, bonus, you learn how to function as a team in your competitions.
Believe it or not, I was a very quiet kid. I was the person that was always like reading books, and I kind of sat in the back of the classroom, didn't talk to very many people. And then when I did talk to them, you know, these are people that have been friends in one small town their entire lives. And I'm some weird horse girl that just came from Pennsylvania. I didn't have a lot of friends, for sure.
Well, when she was in elementary school, she always was a little bit shy. Kids would pick on her, especially on the bus. It was just nasty comments and whispers behind backs and just not being included in things.
Australia was my first horse, and every morning before school, I would tie her up to one of those fence posts and I'd groom her. And then when I got on the bus, it made me feel like I had some kind of control over my day, like I'd already done something good. And I didn't have to worry about what the other kids thought because I just groomed my horse and she was all ready for the day and she was fed. And it made me just feel so much calmer and so much safer.
She's an old soul. She's very mature for her age, and a lot of the kids didn't understand that. But when she found her friends in Pony Club and found a lot of self-confidence with being successful in Pony Club, no one was able to touch her. No one was able to bother her because she was so confident.
I probably didn't realize a lot of it till I was an adult, but in looking back, I've reflected on it. It gave me the most amazing level of confidence, sportsmanship, some leadership skills. All of those things were developed through Pony Club.
I remember being really young when my mom had bought me a stick horse, saw it at the dollar store, and she was like, "Hey, Emily, there's a stick horse, and you want one?" And I was like, "Yes, ma'am." She's like, "What color?" I actually loved horses before. That's just the earliest memory I have. She bought me My Little Pony sets, other little horse toys, and the stick horse, which ended up being one of my favorites because it's just like, you know, you can ride that thing.
That was the thing to make little kids happy, was to get them a stick horse and a Western hat. That was the toy that she wanted. I thought it was unusual because I was like, how does she know about horses? Because it's something that no one in our family knew anything about, no one in our circle of friends knew anything about. And so when she became interested in horses and asked for a horse, I was like, where did that come from? It was like she had asked me for a purple elephant. It was like a horse.
Around the time we first got a horse, I think that was 9 years ago, our mom had said that we were blessed to have horses, and she wanted us to provide an opportunity for others to get in the sport. Sisters Horsing Around was a way to do that.
Hi, I'm Emily, the older sister of Sisters Horsing Around, and what you will soon come to realize is that my hair is curly and I love everything purple. I have loved horses for as long as I can remember, and it was always my childhood dream to have one.
When you're not in the horse world, you don't know where to go. You don't know where to find the information or where to start. Me and my sister are first generational horse people, and so we didn't have someone to hold our hand and walk us through it. We want to broaden the sport and be like equestrian guides for those who want to get into the sport. And even if they don't know anything about horses, we want to introduce horses to them because that plays a big part, is perception and knowing that this is available for you to do.
They love horses so much, and they love the environment. Just anywhere that they can be, where there are horses. They do notice the people, but they notice the horses first.
She got it on the side of her leg.
People are constantly looking for a means by which we can have subsequent generations be successful, steward the earth, steward the world, steward the things that we do. Pony Club becomes a great vehicle for that. When one joins Pony Club, one joins as an unrated member. Then there are a series of tests, all of which are kind of standardized.
What's great about Pony Club is that it has its curriculum, and you move along the curriculum at your own pace.
Make sure your stall's good, girlie.
You start by learning the basics of your horse, and then you move up, you gain more skills, and as your skills expand, you start taking on more roles. Pony Club is complementary to all of the sports because rather than the sport being the center, the horse is the center. How to take care of that creature, how to know when that creature's in distress, or how to know when that creature's happy, and all of the bits and pieces around it.
Properly secured, good.
You're gonna look so lovely. Now give me that face when you want to look handsome.
The members are exceedingly proud of whatever certification level they attain because it's a real step to go from one to the next, and so there's a real sense of accomplishment.
I had to really work to get to all of these things, and I think that's pushed me further than a lot of riders my same age because I know how I can legitimately take care of a horse by myself. I can get out of high school, get out of my parents' roof, and I'm not going to have to stop everything I'm doing.
Taking care of a 1,200-pound animal and doing it with love and compassion as well as a certain level of discipline and all that is not an easy task. And so if a child or a member, because we have adult members too, can do that, they're going to be better equipped to deal with a lot of other issues in the world. It's the skills, the confidence that they build for what they need in their lives, and that's what's important to us.
You learn how to function with a team. You learn how to ask for something. You learn how to ask for help. Because when you're individual, you don't ask for anybody's help. When you've come through this program, you view everybody else as a teammate. I believe in the base of this organization. I absolutely believe in putting kids together, teaching them what to do, teaching them how to take care of their animals, teaching them how to use the teams. And it's why my kids are in it.
There's so much about horses that, we're still learning more about horses, their personalities, their grace, their beauty, their strength, the way they communicate. I have always wanted to learn everything there is to know about horses, and it's just different aspects that drew me to them.
Coming now towards the cover columns.
This is kind of the end of the line for Pony Club. The horse management judging gets a lot tougher. You should be able to do your turnout inspections and everything to the T. You should already know what you're doing, and it's very competitive because you're working with other people that have also made it to championships.
I do worry about her stress level, but she is learning and acknowledging that early. She used to have a lot of show nerves, and now she's figured out that if she's relaxed and she's doing well, then the horse is going to respond just like that.
If you don't have the trust there, your horse isn't going to feel that you're prepared and you're ready to go and do something awesome. They're feeling, oh, she's really tense. I don't want to do it.
Do you build these relationships with these horses? You understand their quirks. They are just like people. They just have a different language. And, you know, there is always that recognition that it is a partnership. Some days the horse will have a bad day. Some days the rider will have a bad day, but you're in it together. You got to be working in sync for everything to work out. You also have to recognize each other's limitations. I would say equestrians are generally very self-aware, because if you are not aware of your own capabilities, you could get really hurt.
I happen to have a very hot horse. He's a thoroughbred, and he evented for most of his life. And then when I got him, I wasn't the most confident rider. I originally wanted to event. I had an accident on cross country. I was a nervous wreck about to go on this course. And I think my horse knew that, and he kept refusing the fences. And, you know, I had the option to ride hard to every jump and get through it, or I could get off. And me being stubborn, I said, I'm gonna ride hard to every fence. I'm not gonna get off. Well, that was a very poor choice on my part.
It was raining, and he had been refusing occasionally, but he's a hold on, let's go kid horse. They went in, and the second fence, I was down at the bottom of the course, getting ready to take pictures. And my friend was jump judging, and she called me, she said, you need to get up here. I said, uh-oh. She's like, Julia came off, and Nemo's running around.
I was on the second fence, and I had a strong approach to it, and he rocked back to refuse. And I just reached back to tap him with my crop. He kind of tried to jump his butt up to avoid it, and his feet came out from underneath him, and he fell on top of me. I could have been killed. I wasn't.
And she's like, but Mom, I'm fine. As she does this. She's like, but Mom, I'm okay. I'm really okay. I'm like, okay, Julia. But that was scary.
I had to choose between my horse or my sport. And I said, I love my horse more than I love jumping.
Here we go. And this is Nemo.
So we're gonna go back. We're gonna work on our dressage. And when we come back to our jumping phases, maybe we'll do better.
So yeah, this isn't all that.
Then as I got more and more into dressage, it became something that I can control, something that I can make a schedule and work on these things these days, and I can keep progressing as far as I want, and I leave nothing to chance. I think that looking at Nemo is sometimes like looking in a mirror. If I'm in a bad mood, he's going to give me a bad mood. If I'm happy to be there, he's happy to be there. I do this because this is who I am. When I put on my show clothes, I feel like a superhero putting on their cape. I put on my helmet, I put on my jacket, and that is me in my natural element. I am Clark Kent currently. When I put my show clothes on, I am Super Julia.
That horse is going to be a big part of that journey even long after the horse maybe isn't around any longer. A huge part of Pony Club is compassion. There is a sense of compassion, of bonding between an animal like that. They are loved. Sometime in her life, I don't know what it is or what she'll be doing, whether it'll be family, work, whatever, she will need to, with another human, make the same sort of pivot. And she'll know how to pivot because of her experience with that horse and pony club. That's the value of Pony Club. She is learning life skills that can translate to humans just as easily as it can with her love for that horse.
Good job, buddy.
The equestrian sport, aside from Pony Club, if you don't know where to look, it will seem like there's not that many of us. And when I say us, people of color.
I'm just gonna go there with the fact that we're Black. I remember thinking, Black people don't know anything about horses. And, you know, I say that, but I don't want people, I don't want the ones that are already into horses to feel like I've discredited them or devalued them. I never saw horses in our future like they are now.
Not everyone's experience is the same. Some people have grown up in an environment where they see people that look like them that ride horses. And then you have others where it's more isolated and you might be the only ones. And for us, we were the only ones. Being alone on that island, if I had to be alone, I would be alone just because if that's where the horses are at, that's where I'm gonna be.
I've been holding this back. We've always tried to instill in them a love for who they were. As young Black girls, I wanted them to know who they were. And I didn't want them to have insecurities. Because sometimes it's hard for young Black ladies and young Black girls. And so I tried to do everything that I could to support their dreams. And even though I knew that they were going to be in an environment where they were going to be different, they're just so passionate about horses and they're passionate about helping others. I wanted to give them the best opportunities that I could to support them in the thing that they love so that they rode competently. Because I knew that, you know, when they showed up, people would remember them because they looked different from everybody else.
I would try to get other people on that island because I'm like, you know, this is such a great thing. Horses have enriched our lives in ways that we wouldn't have thought of. And just like, hey, this is something that's good that can enrich your life as well. Try it out. Try and do everything.
I told them, I said, you see how you feel having horses in your life. I want you to do that for someone else.
When it rains,
They honored that. I'm grateful for that. That they would realize what I was saying to them, the importance of it, and then they would put that into action.
My name is Emily. And this is my sister, Sarah. I'm doing Western Trail here at Champs.
Oh yeah, I heard of that. That sounds fun.
I'm so excited about it since it just came out this year. And when I'm talking to people, I like to liken it to like the Western version of eventing. So you're
Deep South region.
Deep South region.
And then I'm gonna do a video.
I started out riding Western, and when Pony Club came along, we went to English, and even though I did English, Western was my home. That's what I had started with, that was what I loved, and even though I loved English, Western just, things is more relaxed. You can wear any color, you can have any color horse, and it's just perfectly fine. All that matters is you and your horse and what you're doing right then. You can be yourself. If you are super blinging, you can be super blingy. If you're more traditional and plain, you can be traditional and plain. You don't have to always go with the set standard.
I know that because I'm a competitive person, I need to tone it down. I have to tell the little, devil on my shoulder, hey, you can't yell at people. You cannot beat yourself up either.
I do have a lot of anticipation when I'm preparing for a show. I get really excited, but then I also take some time to decompress. My emotions can be like a pressure cooker and it just builds up and then I have to vent it out.
Remember, prepare them. Sit them down before you ask them to walk.
I used to have a lot of anxiety when it came to especially riding dressage tests. I would start almost hyperventilating as I'm circling the ring about to go in. I'd hear that bell and my spine would just stiffen. But the more that I've done it, the more that I've worked with my team, all I'm thinking is, you know what you're doing. I take a deep breath. I also play an instrument, so I hum my B-flat scale to calm myself down. And I say, okay, we're going up center line. At X, we halt and salute, and then we turn left.
More? Good?
I think so, but I want to double check something on there.
I have so much trouble remembering these patterns. I'm not gonna lie, it's a real issue.
I'm scrolling all the way to the bottom this time because last time I thought I had it, I forgot the last movement.
I'm thinking, where do I have to go next? And how do I get my horse to do it perfectly? So we get graded on every movement on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm not going for a 6. I'm going for a 10 every time.
Good girl.
I have to have it quiet where nobody's really doing a lot of talking to me because I can keep myself from being nervous. But as soon as someone asks me how nervous I am, that's when I get nervous. For me to de-stress me, it's to sing. That's how I release tension and pressure and also just excitement when I'm just I'm so excited I can't even think.
Our next competitor will be Emily Harris, C1 Western, C2 Horse Management member from Roanoke Valley Pony Club. She'll be riding Amazing Grace.
That was hard. I mean, she was like passing to the left perfectly fine. She got to one point, saw something, went totally right the rest of the time.
At least neither was both. I don't know how it went, but you know. And at least neither of us dropped the rope.
You are not eventing. You don't need to do your flying changes.
Scooping at something in the middle of the arena. It might have been the butterflies.
Butterflies?
Okay, Nemo. Scooping at butterflies. It started off so perfect, and I was like, this is the best test I've ever done.
Well, you got it back.
Hey,
you got it back.
I didn't realize he switched until we were through the third loop, and I was like, I was trying to send you your message. I was very frustrated. I really expected this test to go better. A lot of things were just out of my control, you know? I can't control whether or not golf carts go past the arena or if dogs are barking. So that's what's frustrating to me, is just some of the things that were outside of my control.
The competition for Pony Club is less about beating the other team or being at the top of the rankings at the end of the day. It is beating the standard. Did you meet your standard, or were you exceptional? Did you have a rough day and maybe you have some things to work on?
Yeah, we all want to win. We all want to do that. But sometimes the basic win is showing up and being able to compete. It really and truly boils down, how well do you take care of your animal?
This is actually part of the Pony Club pledge, in that sportsmanship. I stand for the best in sportsmanship as well as in horsemanship. I shall compete for the enjoyment of the game well played and take winning or losing in stride. And that part is really important. Take winning and losing in stride.
That ribbon, they ordered off of a website, and it's a $5 ribbon. I could buy one and put it up on my wall and it wouldn't mean anything. The ribbon's not why I'm there. I'm there to know that I did my best to build this horse, to build myself. I get there and I've performed as best as I can, knowing that I'm relying completely on myself, and I've earned whatever I get.
There have been Olympic gold medal riders in the United States who came up through the ranks in Pony Club. However, what we really thrive on are the kids that participate in Pony Club, whether it's to the A level or whether it's through the D3 level. It's the skills, the confidence that they build for what they need in their lives, and that's what's important to us.
What Pony Club does so well is they teach kids to stand on their own feet. You know, you don't have your family helping you, all the ratings and the competitions. It's all about the kids working with the horses and learning to just stand up on their own and do all those things well.
A lot of our Pony Club graduates are recognized in their professions. They work in the government, they work in medical fields, they work for other nonprofits. They are known for being task-oriented, they get stuff done, and they give back to the community. I have been working in science policy for almost 20 years.
It's great to have Olympic riders who are Pony Club graduates, but it's equally important to have Pony Club graduates who are vets, who are lawyers, who are school teachers, who are presidents of Fortune 500 companies, you name it. We have them all. There are Pony Club graduates everywhere doing everything imaginable. And this much I feel quite confident saying is they are better at their jobs because of having been Pony Club members.